Good Saturday morning. Thanks for tuning in to Gulf Coast Weather Solutions. I'm meteorologist Johnny Lively. We're taking a look at the Saturday morning show sponsored by HB Neal Construction. Tamco Live Doppler Radar had an isolated storm near the Lufkin and Livingston area earlier this morning. That line was trying to push into our lakes region, but all of that died down. The only rain and storms that we're seeing is well east of Lake Charles, actually east of Lafayette right now. If we zoom out, we actually look into that region, you can see the line of showers and thunderstorms moving into parts of New Iberia, mainly into New Orleans, down into Gulfport and Mobile. Florida really needs the rain, so hopefully that continues to move into that general direction. Lots of lightning, but it is awfully quiet here this morning. Very muggy. Again, there's that cold front that moved into parts of East Texas last night. We were watching. You can see there was a chance that that could move into our lakes region, but look how fast those storms moved into what we call the marine layer, and they just fizzled out very quickly. You had 2-inch hail in parts of Lufkin, but that went away very quickly. Did not even get into our Jasper region. We were hoping that some of the lakes would get a brief little shower, but that did not happen. Again, we didn't feel too confident on this really at all. And it's going to be mostly dry this weekend and majority Monday and Tuesday as well too. So thanks to our sponsor of Tamco Hellguard, showing the satellite radar is awfully quiet here in our region, very active in eastern Louisiana into parts of Mississippi and Alabama this morning. Again, it is muggy not only here. You can see that orange shade. That is the muggiest weather you can see, and that's going to continue going off into the south, going off in towards the southern plains later on. That's going to be the risk for severe weather. We'll show that here in a second, but 74 in San Antonio, 73 already in Houston, and you've got 60s and 50s the further north that you go, so it's going to be a pretty muggy day, not only for us, but a good portion of the southern plains. Here locally, we don't see any 60s down towards the I-10 corridor at all, really, except for the further east that you go where the rain is, but look at Houston already at 74 degrees, Beaumont at 74, down towards the coast into the mid-70s. The further north that you go into St. Augustine, they had that quick little shower that came through. That cold front kind of moved in there, or boundary, so to speak, allowed them to get in the 60s. But the rest of the region, we are pretty much muggy, and we're going to stay muggy all day long. It's going to be warm. Thanks for a sponsor of Neutron Electrical Services. Here's our outdoor and construction forecast, sponsored by Modern Concrete and Material. Not a bad Saturday. I mean, our chance for a shower is really right now into the early afternoon. If you do get one, it should be fairly quick, and it's going to be very isolated. So our outdoor and construction forecast for today, thumbs up, looks pretty good. It is going to get pretty warm, feels like May. Majority of the region getting into the middle to upper 80s. Some areas will be touching that 90-degree mark. If you look, there's going to be a big chance for severe weather along that dry line, parts of central Texas, mainly into central and eastern Oklahoma. Significant hail, 2, 3, 4. I'm not even going to rule out the chance for 5-inch hail is possible in eastern Oklahoma today. This is some big-time stuff. None of that is an issue for us. And then you fast forward and you get into Sunday, you do it all over again. Same general regions. Kansas into the southern plains going to be very active in the severe weather department. None of that is going to be an issue for us. So today, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, look at that high pressure building down towards the south. That's going to keep us mostly dry, but the biggest thing is it's going to drive those temperatures into the upper 80s to near 90. But here we are as we get into Thursday. Look off towards the west. There is our next cold front, which will likely move into our region on Friday into early Saturday. This will help bring us pretty good coverage of rain Friday afternoon into Friday night into early Saturday morning. And again, this will help kick out some of the humidity and bring some slightly cooler temperatures once we get into next weekend. But for now, all the way into majority of next week, we are going to be mostly dry and very warm. So for the time being, we are going to be warm. Thanks for a sponsor of Do Good. They are showing what's going on. Here's our futurecast for today by Switch Electric. Again, about a 10% coverage at the best. You're going to see a chance for a passing shower from Houston, Beaumont to Lake Charles, but even then the coverage is very low. I don't think this is going to be enough to disrupt anything outdoors. We're going to have some strong southerly flow out of the south. We're the moisture transport. All the Gulf moisture is going towards the southern plains. That's where the large hail is going to be. You can see along that dry line, Waco could get a thunderstorm, but nothing here locally. Again, mostly dry, temperatures into the middle to upper 80s. Some areas getting close to the 90-degree mark. Now, once we get into Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, again, you'll see the dry line fire up some storms towards Waco, Austin, maybe some isolated storms. We'll watch to see if they can move into the Woodlands in Houston, maybe even College Station. This model's trying to show maybe a little drizzle, a light shower is possible Sunday evening. We'll watch it, but even then, not enough to disrupt anything outdoor-wise. We are mostly dry this weekend. Here we are looking at the rainfall outlook sponsored by Do Good Credit Union. Again, passing shower is really possible this weekend. That's about it. And then Monday and Tuesday, we're going to be mostly dry as the high pressure pretty much dominates our region. And then we start seeing that high pressure go away a little bit on Wednesday and Thursday. This opens the door for some isolated scattered showers, maybe some storms as well. But our coverage really picks up as that front moves into our region on Friday. And again, the chance for significant severe weather is going to be later this afternoon into this evening. Areas shaded in yellow can see the severe weather, but it's really that orange to red shaded region. You're going to see significant large hail and even the chance for a strong tornado. So again, no problems here locally today. And as we get into tomorrow, you do it all over again in the plains. Yellow can see large hail, tornadoes. Red's going to see the significant chance for isolated hail and some tornadoes as well too. But again, today, tomorrow, and Monday, none of this is a problem for us because on Monday, this all shifts to the east. So all the rain and all the storms, they're going to be far towards the north of our region. If you're looking for the beneficial rain, it's going to be in eastern Oklahoma into East Texas, Arkansas, and parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, and the Tennessee Valley. So all of this will stay towards our north and our northeast. We are mostly dry and we are pretty much warm the next 5 days. Here we are this afternoon, middle to upper 80s with some areas touching the 90-degree mark, getting around 91, 92 the further north that you go. Thanks for a sponsor, Silsby Ford. I seen they had a really nice Ford truck for sale. Might have to go down there and go buy it, right? You can see we've got 20% coverage for Beaumont. That's mainly this morning into the early afternoon. I think that might be a little bit too high. 30% coverage towards Lake Charles and southwest Louisiana. That's now into the afternoon. Again, I think that might be a little too high. 20 to 30% coverage for passing showers, all we're going to see today. I mean, we're mostly dry and warm. May-like weather. Overnight tonight, it's going to be muggy and sticky. Some areas can get into the upper 60s, but the rest of us, we're going to be into the low 70s. Again, thanks to our sponsor of Silsby Ford. Here's our 7-day forecast for southeast Texas. It's going to be breezy off and on, and our best chance of rain is really not going to come in once that front comes in the end of the week on Friday. But other than that, we're going to be mostly dry. Passing showers definitely possible. Coverage picks up a little bit Wednesday and Thursday as that high pressure starts breaking down a little bit, and then that cold front moves in by the time we get into next weekend. Same thing for southwest Louisiana. Passing shower is possible today, but we are mostly dry. Upper 80s today through pretty much the rest of the week. Starts getting close to the 90-degree mark once we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. But pretty good coverage coming in once our next front comes in on Friday night, likely into Saturday morning. That's our 7-day forecast for southeast Texas and southwest Louisiana. To give a recap, it's going to be mostly dry. It's going to be warm. If you have not yet, please go download the free Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app. If you're in Oklahoma, Kansas, in the Southern Plains, and we're talking severe weather, we'll go back and look at it real quick. This is a good time to go download our free Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app. It will keep you updated even if you are in these zones. It will let you know if there's a tornado moving in and out of your area, risk for hail. It's going to show you everything you need around the clock. So please go download our free Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app. That's it for our Saturday morning show. You'll have a wonderful Saturday. We'll still have more posts throughout the day today and throughout this whole weekend. Y'all have a wonderful Saturday and a great weekend. Thanks again for tuning in to Gulf Coast Weather Solutions.
Gulf Coast Weather Solutions is sponsored by.
At Gulf Coast Weather Solutions, we focus on delivering reliable weather forecasts. Our new app provides reliable weather updates and alerts no matter where you are. With real-time weather alerts and warnings, you can stay informed and prepared wherever you go. Download the Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app today on the App Store and Google Play, and stay connected no matter where you are.